Rosenthal. Wearing number 20, Trevor Shad. Wearing number 18, Aaron Guyette. The MSJ Mounties are coached by Mr. Jeff Johnson, assisted by Paul Hogan and Gary Ladebush. This time there will be no national anthem. Tonight's officials are two of the leading officials from the state of Vermont, Mr. Brian Collmore and Neil Driver.
He's got one game under his belt, but this is his first doubleheader.
We'll survive.
Sometimes surviving doubleheaders at the Royce Mandigo Arena are more difficult than climbing Mount Everest. Matter of fact, more human beings have been on the top of Mount Everest than survived doubleheaders at the Royce Mandigo Arena. That's a little known fact.
That's a little scary.
but not tonight, because I'm talking about doubleheaders when it's below zero. Again, this is game one of our doubleheader. We'll have another game to follow. It'll be Mill River going up against Montpelier, a club that we saw the other night. MSJ coming off a 6-3 win over Montpelier the other night. Tonight's game will be taped for rebroadcast at a later date on Channel 15. Jim Cale is the cameraman, and Jim will be taping several MSJ games and also Mill River games. And they will be shown later on Channel 15, so he's got a long night tonight. Ernie Sewell will be taping the Rutland High games, and because of our schedule, we haven't seen Rutland High as yet. We'll see Rutland coming up on Saturday against MSJ. So it's Justin Mansfield with Chad Williams and Nate LaMarche skating out for the Yellow Jackets. Brian Shedd and Justin Bushy at the points. Mike Hogan in goal off to our right for MSJ, and Ricky Reen in goal off to our left for Milton. And again, we'll say hi to Luke Baumann tonight. Hope he's back for that game on Saturday. It'll be Jeff Brisbane taking the draw with Justin Mansfield. Milton going left to right. Mounties right to left as we look out. Milton sends the puck quickly into the Mounties zone. Cosgrove tries to get it out there. Does as the Mounties get it out to center. McGregor Chadwick going to chase over the line. He's going to be in on goal alone, and he scores! McGregor Chadwick right off the bat, scoring for the Mounties, and the Mounties lead it 1-0 with 14:47 remaining here in the first period. McGregor Chadwick, just 13 seconds into the hockey game, puts the Mounties up 1-0. It is unassisted.
Well, that didn't take too long, did it, Jack?
Nope.
That first line of MSJ, they are really strong offensively. I'll tell you, they can put the puck in the net.
McGregor Chadwick will take the draw here with Justin Mansfield. Right off the bat, it was Milton getting the puck into the Mountie zone, but the Mounties got it quickly out to center, and then McGregor Chadwick grabbed the puck at center ice and quickly went in alone on Reen and got the goal. First shot on goal. Play back in. Milton controlling in the Mountie zone. Back forward Brandon, and he clears it up to Will Gage, who got his first varsity goal the other night. Swings it around along the near boards, got it out to center, and Milton knocks it back the other way as Bushy knocks it back into the Mountie zone. Cosgrove with it, sends it up to center. It's intercepted at center by Williams. Williams to the right wing circle, backhander in on Hogan, and he gloves and hangs on. So the first shot on goal for the Yellow Jackets, and we'll have a draw here in the Mountie zone to the left of goaltender Mike Hogan. 14-14. We haven't even played a minute yet. And that goal from McGregor Chadwick just 13 seconds into the hockey game. The Mounties lead it 1-0. Here's Matt Mullins line in with Andy Hall and Harley LaRocque for the Milton Yellow Jackets. And Naz Veschuk is in with Merchant. And also Nate Barrett is in. Trey Schaff, Chris Cosgrove for the Mounties. Play back in, Cosgrove with it. Got it out now to Trey Schaff up to center, up over the red line, over the Milton line. Trey Schaff to the far corner, cuts it in deep, in behind Reen, and he's still controlling, tries to center it. It goes by everybody, cleared out to center by Andy Hall of Milton. Back forward Cosgrove, swats it back into the Yellow Jackets zone, and back forward for the Yellow Jackets will be Johnny Olson. Can't quite skate it down at the circle. It's finally tapped ahead, and with it now is LaRocque, and LaRocque gets it out to center for the Yellow Jackets. Cosgrove sends it back toward the Milton line. It's deflected up into the bench area and out of play. We have a stoppage in play. We'll have a draw here at center ice. As the Mansfield line back in with Williams and LaMarche for the Milton Yellow Jackets. Gage is in with Brisbane. Will Gage up for Luke Baumann tonight. McGregor Chadwick, Nate Barrett, And also Trey Shaft as play back in. Chadwick skates it over the Milton line. Sends it to the top of the slot for Gage off his stick. Knocked away by Reen to the far corner. Brisbane in forechecking. Knocked out toward the right point. Barrett can't quite skate it down as finally it was Mansfield who got it out to center. Mansfield goes to his knees as he managed to shoot the puck into the Mountie zone. Shaft sends it back out to center. Deflected right to McGregor Chadwick over the Milton line. Chadwick to the right wing circle in. Dave shoots it in. And on the short side, saved by Reen. The rebound in front. And it's covered up by a defenseman, but the cage came off the mooring anyway. And we'll have a draw here in the Milton zone to the left of Ricky Reen.
McGregor Chadwick has certainly come out skating tonight, hasn't he?
Trey Shaft and Colin Brandon at the points. Up front, we got Will Gage, McGregor Chadwick, and Jeff Brisbane. Clear for Milton was shaken up a bit. It might have been LaMarche, or was it the goaltender? The goaltender, Rick Reen, shaken up just a bit. .13:06 remaining first period. The Mounties lead at 1-0. Justin Mansfield on the draw with Brisbane. Loose puck in the circle. Brisbane and Gage now. And Gage's shot deflected to the far corner by Reen. And as he got it out to center, Milton cleared it out to center. The Mounties put it back into the Milton zone off the stick of Trey Shaft. Offside, MSJ will have the draw just outside the Milton zone here. Brisbane on the draw with Justin Mansfield. Got Gage with him and also McGregor Chadwick. Puck loose at center. Mansfield had it for a moment. Went back to the Milton line, knocked ahead by Williams. But there's Trey Shaft, and he sends it by Chadwick into the Milton zone. Chadwick skates it down, tried to center it, stopped in front. Nice play by Bushy. Bushy loses to Brisbane in the zone, left wing circle. He spun around and went to Chadwick. He lost it, and Williams with it now. Tries to clear it out, but kept it at the point by Shaft. Fires, and the save by Reen, and that was deflected on the way through by Chadwick, and Reen did a nice job to stay with it. Ricky Reen. And he hangs on. We'll have the draw to the left of the Milton goaltender. As Aaron Guyette comes in with Dan Merchant, and Trevor Shaft is in. McGregor Chadwick will be at a point along with Chris Cosgrove. And Mullen is sent out of the circle off the draw. Comes out to Chadwick. Can't keep it in at the point. Has to retreat to center. Wanted a way for everybody to clear. Knocked ahead by Mullen, and Mullen gets it into the Mountie zone, and back forward is McGregor Chadwick. Chadwick behind his goaltender Mike Hogan. Starts it up right wing side. Taps it ahead to Trevor Shaft at center. His pass goes by Guyette. Played by Harley LaRocque in his own zone. Guyette in forechecking. Merchant comes over, and it's finally squirted out to center ice. Cosgrove picks it up, and we have a penalty here for interference. And let's see who'll be going off. Dan Merchant, I believe. Interference whistled down against MSJ's Dan Merchant, and it will be a Milton power play. With 12:04 left in the first period, and the Mounties have the 1-0 lead. Justin Mansfield's line. Mansfield with Williams and LaMarche for Milton. Skating it down, Justin Bushy, one of the point men. It squirts into the Mountie zone. Trey Shaft knocks it up to center. And now with it, LaMarche sends it into the Mountie zone. But back forward, McGregor Chadwick. Milton on the power play, and Chadwick clears it up to center. Back forward, Williams, his own zone for Milton. Williams has Brian Shedd with him. Milton on the power play for a minute and 36 seconds. Merchant is off for MSJ. Gets it up to Shedd, right wing side. Shedd sends it off the far boards for Bushy, and Bushy sends it in behind Hogan. In forechecking is LaMarche. LaMarche lost it. It came all the way around. LaMarche never really skated it down. Brisbane with it. Brisbane over the Milton line to the left wing circle is Whistler. Saved by Reen. And skated off now by Chad Williams, left wing side. Williams gets it out to center. Pass too far for Bushy into the Mountie zone. And the Mounties knock it back down into the Milton zone. Trey Shaft all the way in on goaltender Ricky Reen. And Reen leaves it for Williams, and Williams gets it out to center. His pass went right by LaMarche, length of the ice, and this will be icing against Milton. Milton on the power play for 59 more seconds. Merchant in the box for MSJ. 11:02 left in the first period. And MSJ has the 1-0 lead. Matt Mullen will take the draw for the Yellow Jackets. Brisbane in with Gage, Trey Shaft, and Chris Cosgrove, the four skaters for MSJ. And off the draw, skated out by the Yellow Jackets, skating it out to center. Williams, he's ridden off the puck along the near boards, got it to the Mountie line, knocked ahead by Cosgrove, and is still battling at center. It was Matt Mullen, but the Mounties clear it back down to the end board, and Reen will leave it for Johnny Olson. Johnny Olson starts it out left wing side for the Milton Yellow Jackets. And his pass left wing goes to Williams up to center, knocked back into the zone by Will Gage off the end board. And again, back forward is Williams. 28 seconds left on the Milton power play. Williams loses the puck at center, stolen away by Brisbane over the Milton line, down the middle to the left wing circle. Brisbane cuts it in behind Reen, brings it to the far corner, ragging the puck nicely, brings it out to the point to Trey Shaft, out to the left point to Cosgrove. His shot deflected to the circle, and Gage sends it to the near corner. Back for it, LaRocque tries to clear it out, kept in by Brisbane. Top of the left wing circle, whistles it in and scores! Jeff Brisbane for the top of the left wing circle. It's 2-0 MSJ with 10:07 left in the first period, and that goal is shorthanded. 4 seconds left on that penalty to Dan Merchant. And Gage on the assist. Brisbane on the goal, Gage on the assist. It is shorthanded, and the Mounties lead at 2-0. 10:07 left here in the first period. Guyette, Gage, Cosgrove, Nazveschuk, and Guyette out there right now for the Mounties. 4 more seconds left on the Milton power play. Play back in, and that does the power play. Merchant is back. Both teams at full strength, and as the penalty was over, Milton whistled down for icing, and we'll have the draw back in the Milton zone to the left of goaltender Ricky Reen.
MSJ doing a nice job on that, killing off that last power play there by Milton, and Jeff Brisbane kept the pressure on Ricky Reen a couple of times, and he ended up scoring.
Peter Nazveschuk on the draw with Justin Mansfield to the left of Reen in the Milton zone, so Milton couldn't cash in on the power play opportunity. The Mounties got the goal shorthanded. Bushy behind his own cage for Milton. Bushy looking, sends it off the far boards right onto the stick of Mansfield. Mansfield taps the puck into the Mountie zone in behind Hogan. Mansfield chases it down, and the pass in front was deflected away by Hogan, and then the shot came in by LaMarche, and it was deflected up over the glass and out of play. That was centered nicely, but Hogan initially got a stick on it before it went to LaMarche, and his shot was deflected over the glass and out of play. So we'll have the draw to the right of Mike Hogan in the MSJ zone. And most of the game in the early going has been played in the Milton side of the ice for sure. Mansfield with Williams and LaMarche, Shed, and Bushy. The alignment for the Milton Yellow Jackets. Merchant in to take the draw with Justin Mansfield. Off the draw, the Mounties control, get it out to center. Back forward, Bushy. Back into the zone, but back forward, Will Gage swings it around along the near boards. Wanted to go up to Nazveschuk, get it out to center. It went by him, but Merchant with it over the Milton line to the left wing circle. Backhander on Rain, glove by Rain, and he hangs on. Might have gone wide anyway, but he did come up with a glove save. And we'll have the draw to the right of Ricky Rain. Merchant, Nazveschuk, Nate Barrett in there. Trey Shaft, and also Chris Cosgrove for the Mounties. Matt Mullen in with Hall and LaRocque now up front for Milton. The draw to the right of Ricky Reen. 9:24 left first period. The Mounties have a 2-0 lead. Merchant looking forward in the circle. Bouncing puck. Nazveschuk sends it along the near boards. Over forward Johnny Olson, but went right by it. As with it for a moment was Bushy. Finally, the Yellow Jackets get it out to center, and with it is Cosgrove. Cosgrove just inside the red line, taps it back into the Milton zone. Sticked away by Reen for Justin Bushy. Bushy sends it around for Johnny Olson, still behind his own goaltender. Back to Justin Bushy. Bushy tries to clear it, kept in by the Mounties as the screamer comes in from Barrett, gloved by Reen, and he hangs on. Nate Barrett from the right point with a bid there, and we'll have another draw in the Milton zone to the left of goaltender Ricky Rain. 2-0 Mounties, 8:51 left first period. Nate LaMarche in the Justin Mansfield, Williams and LaMarche line now for the Milton Yellow Jackets. Johnny Olson at a point along with Justin Bushy. Off the draw, goes in behind Reen, over forward McGregor Chadwick to the near corner. Defenseman goes down. That was Olson out to the left point to Cosgrove. Fires in and scores! Chris Cosgrove from the left point puts the Mounties up by a score of 3-0. That coming with 8:41 left in the first period. That might have gone off the stick of a defenseman.
12-2.
McGregor Chadwick on the assist. Cosgrove on the goal. And we have a change in goal for the Yellow Jackets now as Rain is out and Dave Patterson is in. So Dave Patterson is the new Milton goaltender. And let's see if they're going to take some time to warm him up. Or...
Yeah, we got some clock. Just changing goals.
And coming with 8:41 left here in the first period, 3-0 MSJ. Again, McGregor Chadwick on the assist. And Chris Cosgrove on the goal. And while they warm up the new goaltender, Dave Patterson, why don't we take this time out? We'll be back after this 30-second break.
I think there's teams that would like to put 2 goalies in there, because they can really skate.
One of the goals, short-handed, the Brisbane goal.
McGregor Chadwick's got a goal and an assist already in this one.
I tell you, this team is really clicking right now. Jeff Brisbane, McGregor Chadwick, and Will Gage, and Matt Rosenthal is in along with Trey Shaft at a point now for MSJ at the points, and Will Gage with it, taps it ahead, intended for Brisbane, knocked out to center by the Yellow Jackets, and backboard Trey Shaft along the near boards, sends it out to center, went right by Williams, and now Johnny Olsen had knocked it into the zone, but knocked back out by the Mounties. Chadwick now over the Milton line. Chadwick is checked, and he goes down, knocked out to center by Mansfield. Mansfield chases it down over the Mountie line. Mansfield on the left, a quick shot, saved by Hogan, as that came off the stick of LaMarche. It was a 2-on-1 break, and the Mounties skated out the other way. Trey Shaft with it over the Milton line, drops it for Chadwick, left wing circle, a Whistler goes in wide, around the boards, and Rosenthal can't keep it in at the right point. It'll go all the way back down to the Mountie zone as Hogan swings it around to the end board and over for Brisbane. In forechecking LaMarche. Brisbane hit by LaMarche along the near boards. Over is Mansfield as well as he's in forechecking. The puck came loose in behind Hogan. Rosenthal and Mansfield on a battle for it. Now the Mounties start to skate it out. Brisbane sends it out to center for Chadwick. Chadwick over the Milton line. Chadwick fires, scores from the left wing circle. Top of the left wing circle. McGregor Chadwick, 4-0 Mounties. 7:34 remaining in the first period. Chadwick with his second goal of the hockey game, and the great Mr. Patterson. Engage in Brisbane on the assists. Patterson, the new goaltender, I believe the first shot on goal since he came in. And the Mounties have gone out to a 4-0 lead. Play back in. Colin Brannon with it, his own zone for MSJ. Brannon looking, and he tried to clear it out, kept in by LaRocque. Now Cosgrove with it at the end board as Mullins in forechecking. Cosgrove, right wing side, sends it up to Trevor Shaft, up to center, up over the red line. Trevor Shaft over the Milton line along the far boards, right to left, right in front of Merchant. It is shot saved by Patterson, and he covers up on the rebound, and that was from point-blank range. Stan Merchant on a bid to put the Mounties up 5-0, but Patterson equal to the challenge. 4-0 Mounties, 7:11 left first period. Dan Merchant in with Aaron Guyette, who's in, and Trevor Shaft. Colin Brannon and Chris Cosgrove at the points. Mansfield in with Williams and LaMarche. As Milton wins the draw, Mansfield gets it out to center to Williams. Williams got it into the Mountie zone, checked by Cosgrove as he steals. Cosgrove putting on a nice move on Williams. Cosgrove in behind his own goaltender, sends it along the near boards up for Aaron Guyette. Kept in at the right point by LaMarche, but now with it is Dan Merchant. Merchant gets it up to center, up over the red line. Merchant over the blue line to the right wing circle. Merchant is bumped by Bushy, got it to the far corner. Puck comes loose over Ford Williams, can't clear it out. Trevor Shaft had it for a moment and centered it, and finally stolen it by LaMarche. Got it out to center, and Cosgrove taps it off the near boards back to the Milton line. Backboard is Shed, and Shed sends it back out to center off the near boards. Puck on edge. It'll scoot all the way into the Mountie zone, and backboard is Cosgrove. 6:17 left first period. The Mounties have a 4-0 lead. Cosgrove skates it up to center. His pass goes right behind Nazveschuk, but it goes all the way into the Milton zone. As in is Trey Schaff forward checking, going to work on Johnny Olson. Swings it around to the far boards. Trey Schaff controlling, sends it out to the right point now, and the shot stopped at the circle. Finally, it came back in wide as it came from the right wing circle. That original shot from Nate Barrett. Out to the left point to Cosgrove, and his shot saved by Patterson, and he covers up on the rebound as he dives on it, and we'll have a stoppage in play and a draw to the right of Dave Patterson.
We have 12 shots on goal for MSJ in this first period, Jack, to just 2 for Milton.
Off the draw, Barrett at the right point, sends it to Trey Schaff, top of the slot, whistles it in and scores. Trey Schaff, top of the slot, 5-0 MSJ, 5:43 left first period. Everybody getting into the act tonight. Dan Merchant and Nate Barrett on the assists for MSJ, and Trey Schaff on the goal. Mounties lead at 5-0. That coming with 5:43 left in the first period. Mansfield with Williams and LaMarche and Bushy and Olson. The skaters for Milton play back in. Brisbane over the Milton line quickly. As he brings it in deep on Bushy, he's hit by LaMarche. Got it to Gage, back to the right wing circle. The shot by Brisbane deflected to the end board. Gage over there, but over there as well as LaMarche tries to clear it out. Kept in at the right point by Rosenthal. It was deflected, still in the zone. Now Gage sent it to the top of the slot, knocked out to center by Johnny Olson. Deflected and finally tapped ahead by LaMarche. LaMarche in on Hogan, and the shot went wide off the end board. LaMarche had a bid to get Milton's first goal. Brisbane with it now. Sends it too far for Gage. It comes out to center. And LaMarche tries to get it back into the zone and does. LaMarche along the far boards for Milton. Hit by Rosenthal. Puck loose. It goes to Brisbane. Brisbane swings it around near boards for McGregor Chadwick. Chadwick get it out to center. And now back forward is Brian Shed. Shed shoots the puck right back into the Mountie zone off the end board. Played by Hogan. And I believe this might have been offside. Offside. Milton will have the draw just outside the Mountie zone here. 4:47 left first period. The Mounties have opened up a 5-0 lead. McGregor Chadwick with a pair of goals. Brisbane's got a goal. Cosgrove and Trey Schaff.
For about the last minute and a half, Jack, it looks as though this hockey game's getting a lot more physical. Looks like Milton's taking somewhat exception to this offensive onslaught applied by the Mounties here.
Mullen in with Hall and LaRock. Let's see, Mullen is in. Just doubly checking. Harley LaRock is in, and also Chris Bean. So that is the alignment. Hall is not in right now. Play back in. It's in the Mountie zone. Cosgrove behind his own goaltender. Starts it up the middle for MSJ. 4:30 left first period. Cosgrove on the fly to center up over the red line. And he shoots it up over the glass and out of play. Meant to ricochet it off the far boards. And got too much of it and send it whistling up toward A.J. Merrill over there. And A.J., with the quick reflexes that he does have, is just now ducking. Matt Mullen and Merchant on the draw at center. Trevor Schaff got it into the zone, knocked back out by Bushy. Back to Colin Brannon, got it back into the zone, and Bushy sends it back out to center. Back toward his own line is Chris Cosgrove. Up to Guyette, and Aaron puts it into the Milton zone. Back forward, Bushy clears it back out to center. Brandon from the red line whistles it in, but this is an offside against MSJ. It is a deliberate offside. We'll have the draw back all the way in the Mountie zone. Either that or they called icing. I'm not sure. I don't believe the Mounties had cleared the zone because that might have come from outside the red line. At any rate, we'll have a draw in the Mountie zone to the left of Mike Hogan. Justin Mansfield to take the draw. Mansfield back in with Williams and LaMarche, and it goes to Williams along the near boards. They get out to the right point. Williams had it for a moment. Stolen away easily by Merchant to Nazveschuk. Nezveschuk on the right to Trey Schaft to the right wing circle. Back to Nezveschuk in front to Merchant. And Merchant scores! Just underneath the crossbar, it's 6-0 Mounties with 3:50 remaining here in the first period.
21-5-16.
Nezveschuk and Trey Schaft on the assist, Merchant on the goal. It's 6-0 MSJ. They're coming with 3:50 left here in the first period. Milton played, Milton's 1-2 on the year. One of their 2 losses to Stowe, and Stowe has got a pretty good club, and it was a relatively close game from what I understand. Play back in at center and back forward his own zone. Will Gage for the Mounties. Got the puck to Barrett. Get it up to center, but Bushy there with it for Milton. Bushy lost it at the line to Trey Schaft. Now Hall over for it. Andy Hall got it into the Mountie zone, and back forward Barrett. 3:30 left first period. The Mounties have a 6-0 lead. Barrett sends it up to center, right onto the stick of Trey Schaft over the red line, over the Milton line now. He whistles it in on Patterson. He makes the save and covers up on the rebound. Patterson, the second Milton goaltender. Ricky Reen started. Patterson in now, and we'll have the draw in the Milton zone to the left of Dave Patterson. Rosenthal, Cosgrove, Brisbane, Chadwick and Gage right now for MSJ. Justin Mansfield in with Nate LaMarche and Chad Williams for the Milton Yellow Jackets. And Johnny Olson and also Justin Bushy at the points. The draw to the left of Patterson. Puck loses. Bushy knocks a player down. It comes out to Rosenthal at the right point, and his shot saved in the midsection of Patterson, and he hangs on. And Rosenthal in a bid for his first varsity goal. Rosenthal is looking for his first, and also, let's see, I know Trevor Schaft doesn't have a goal as yet in his career. Rosenthal at the right point, fires in, deflected. It goes to Bushy in behind the cage. That was deflected by Patterson. Pretty good save there as Rosenthal had another bid. The other Mountie looking for his first varsity goal is Nate Barrett. At the left point, Cosgrove, he knocked it down, but apparently it came out of the zone, and we'll have the draw just outside the Milton zone, as that was offside MSJ. Nezveschuk got his first goal the other night, so did Gage, and Aaron Guyette got his first goal in the first game of the year. Brisbane and Mansfield on the draw. Goes to Chadwick, knocks it into the zone. Bushy sends it back out to center. Cosgrove at the red line, fires past Gage, back into the Milton zone, and back forward Johnny Olson at the end board. Sends it up left wing side for LaMarche. LaMarche manages to clear out to center and went by Rosenthal. Trying to chase it down was Mansfield, but the Mounties get it back out to center. Bushy with it. Sends it back into the Mountie zone, in behind Hogan. Ricochets to the far boards. Rosenthal had it knocked down. Rosenthal wanted to get it back again. Stolen away by Williams now. Top of the slot, ridden off the puck, and Cosgrove with it. Cosgrove got it out to center to Gage. Gage, far boards, Milton zone, gets it to Chadwick. Chadwick tried to center it for Brisbane, knocked away, bouncing puck in the circle. Goes to the far boards now. Rosenthal comes over, chopping at the puck. It went way up into the air, and Mansfield with it. Mansfield from outside the line fires in on Hogan. Hogan makes the easy save and leaves it for Chris Cosgrove. Cosgrove is hit behind the cage by Williams, but he gets the puck back again, sends it up to center. Nice move by Gage up over the red line. And for the blue line, he fires and scores! Will Gage, a wrist shot from the blue line, and went fluttering in like a knuckleball by Patterson. And it's 7-0 MSJ, a minute 51 left in the first period. Will Gage from Chris Cosgrove. Came in from the blue line.
That came from downtown.
Play back in. Trey Schaft, his own zone. 7-0 Mounties coming down at a minute 40 left here in the first period. Mounties clear it all the way back down into the Milton zone. No icing. Bushy back forward, shadowed by Aaron Guyette. Comes out to the left point. Brandon fires, but it's offside. It apparently came out of the zone. Offside MSJ.
The whole object is to put the puck on net and see what happens. And there's a couple of them goals tonight where they kind of tossed them in and they squiggled by.
Pete Nazveschuk with Aaron Guyette and Trevor Shaft, Colin Brandon, and Trey Shaft in there right now for the Mounties. Play back in. Bushy with it for Milton, his own zone. Clears it out to center and backboard Trey Shaft. Taps it back to the line where Milton's Bushy has it again, Justin Bushy. Backhands it to the Mountie line where Trey Shaft has it again. Skates it to the red line. Dumps it into the Milton zone and cleared back out by Brian Shedd. 1:14 left first period. This will be icing against Milton as Shedd sent it the length of the ice. Craig Gauthier seeing some action on that shift for Milton. 1:12 left first period. MSJ has a 7-0 lead. We'll have another game tonight. It'll be Mill River going up against Montpelier. As Veschuk on the draw for the Mounties with Justin Mansfield. One of the Mountie goals in this flurry of goals was shorthanded by Jeff Brisbane. Play back in as LaMarche with it, trying to clear it out. Finally gets it up to Mansfield. Mansfield up to center over the red line and dumps it in behind Hogan. Minute left first period. Hogan swats it around near boards for Aaron Guyette. Lost it to Williams. Williams sent it to the end board. Williams on a chase with Barrett. They both go down. Coming over now is Nazveschuk. Nazveschuk sent it along the far board. We've got a penalty coming up here. And I believe it's against MSJ for roughing. And it will be Nate Barrett going off for roughing with 47 seconds remaining here in the first period. So Milton will have the power play for the rest of the period going into the second period unless they score. Second power play opportunity in the hockey game for the Yellow Jackets. Justin Mansfield in with Chad Williams and Nate LaMarche on the power play. As with it now is Mansfield spinning around out to the left point. Now it goes to Shedd. Finally came out to center as Brisbane squirts the puck all the way into the Milton zone on a chase with Williams. Brisbane beats everybody to the puck, has it in behind Patterson. 30 seconds left in the period. Brisbane want to go out to the left point. Chadwick had it at center and skated back over the line. This is offside MSJ. The Mounties making another bid for a shorthanded goal. 1:38 left on the Milton power play. 25 seconds left in the first period, and the Mounties have a 7-0 lead.
I'm sure Milton's looking to get in the locker room and talk it over after that onslaught of that period.
Had Mullen on the draw. Mullen got it to Harley LaRocque, and LaRocque clears it into the Mountie zone. 18 seconds left in the first period. Trey Shaft with it, and he clears it the length of the ice. 12 seconds left in the period as Patterson knocks it ahead to Justin Bushy. Built on the power play. Right wing pass, it goes to Shedd. Shedd over the red line, lost it to Gage. They're poking at it at the blue line. 1 second left in the period, and that's the end of the first period. 1:14 left on the Milton power play going into the second period. So we played one in game one of our doubleheader tonight from the Royce Mandigo Arena, and it has been a Mountie onslaught. After a period, our score, MSJ 7, Milton nothing. We'll talk about it after this timeout. Mix it up a little bit. Shedd and Williams at the points. It's LaMarche up at up front here. As play back in as quickly in the Milton zone as Milton's on the power play for another minute and 3 seconds. With it at center ice. Right wing side is LaMarche. Got it in the zone, and then he was hit. Now Williams with it along the far boards. Williams to the right wing circle. He's ridden off the puck. Brisbane tries to clear, knocked down. McGregor Chadwick had it for a moment. Now with it is LaMarche. Comes out to the right point. The shot came in. Stopped by Hogan. And the shot from the right wing circle by LaMarche. Again stopped by Hogan. And finally the Mounties clear it back down to the Yellow Jacket zone. 38 seconds left on the Milton power play. Chad Williams back forward for Milton. 14-18 left second period. Early going second period. The Mounties have a 7-0 lead. At the Mountie line, Chadwick pokes it ahead to Gage. Gage on the fly over the line. He'll be in on Rain. Backhander, he scores. Will Gage went in alone on Ricky Rain, who's back in goal for Milton. It's a shorthanded goal, and MSJ leads it 8-0. Will Gage with his second goal of the hockey game. Gage on the goal, and it's McGregor Chadwick on the assist. Mounties with their second shorthanded goal of the hockey game. 21 seconds left on Barrett's penalty. I was going to say Mansfield and Williams are up now, or Mansfield and LaMarche up with Bushy now for Milton, and Williams is at a point right now. along with Shed, as plays back in. 8 seconds left in the Barrett penalty. It's in the Mountie zone, but Cosgrove skates it up to center, and it's knocked ahead by Mansfield. He got it up to across the line to LaMarche, but Milton whistled down for the offside here. So we'll have the draw just outside the Mountie zone. 8-0 Mounties. 13:49 left in the second period. 2 seconds left on the Barrett penalty. As Veschuk on the draw with Matt Mullen, and Milton wins the draw as the penalty is over to Barrett. Both teams in full strength. Cosgrove in his own zone, sent it out to center. Johnny Olson with it for the Yellow Jackets, and he swats it ahead for Mullen. Mullen got it ahead off the stick of LaRock. LaRock got it into the zone, and then the Mounties crack it back out to center. Olson gets it by LaRock back into the Milton zone, not back out to center, and back into the MSJ zone, I should say. And it's back in the MSJ zone right now with a left wing circle. Quick shot, save, as that came off the stick of Bean, who's in there. So that was one of the better bids for Milton in this hockey game, as Hogan has not been tested. Here's Veschuk at center over the Milton line, ridden off the puck, top of the slot. And with it now, Guyette, by him down to Brandon, fires in. Thought he had it there, save by Reen. Back out to Brandon at the right point, and it's knocked ahead by Chris Bean all the way back down into the Mountie zone. Will be wide of Hogan. No icing call. Cosgrove back for it. 12:48 left, second period, 8-0 MSJ. Cosgrove starts it out left wing side, sends it up to center now, as that center is for the Mounties is Brisbane, as he skated all the way to the far corner, just having things his own way out to Cosgrove. Set in the front, deflected, they score! Trevor Shaft, his first MSJ varsity goal. It's 9-0 Mounties, coming with 12:32 left here in the second period. Indeed, if Trevor Shaft got a stick on that on the way by, he's got his first varsity goal. Yep. 9-0 Mounties. Trevor Shaft, his first varsity goal, and I know that Chris Cosgrove got an assist, and
Jeff Brisbane
on the assist as well. That was Brisbane who went all the way into the just having things his own way. 9-0 Mounties. Trevor Shaft, his first varsity goal. Play back in. Milton has it in the Mountie zone. McGregor Chadwick sending it out to Brisbane now at center, up over the red line. Brisbane on the fly over the Milton line. Stops top of the right wing circle. Stick handling. Brisbane now drops it for Trey. Shaft came out of the zone. It's offside. MSJ. This is the point. I know in some games when they get to double figures, they don't put it up on the board. And this is the point where we really have to, if indeed other goals are coming up. Now Williams is back up with Mansfield and LaMarche for the Yellow Jackets, and Bushy back at a point along with Shed. Play back in, kept in the Milton zone by Cosgrove. A battle there is Trevor Shaft in a battle with Williams. Now Rosenthal found it, sends it ahead to Aaron Guyette. He chops it into the Milton zone to the end board, and behind Reen, backboard is Justin Bushy.
Delayed penalty coming up here, Jack.
Yep, we do have a penalty coming up here for high sticking. And this is going to go against MSJ. Trevor Shaft is going off, excited about his first varsity goal. And a minute or two later, picks up the penalty here, and Milton will be going on the power play. We'll have the draw just outside the Milton zone. Now, Reen started in goal for Milton. Patterson came in. Reen back in here in the second period. The Mounties lead at 9-0 with 11:50 left in the second period. Play back in. Cosgrove whistles it into the Milton zone. Back for it, Williams. Williams at a point now on the power play. Chad Williams starts it out left wing side. Sends it ahead on the stick of Mansfield over the red line. Mansfield dumps the puck into the Mountie zone. Ricochets in behind Hogan. As in there on the forecheck is Justin Bushy at the end board. Justin Bushy looking. Milton on the power play. Send it in behind the cage to Mansfield. Wanted to bring it out to the right point, or LaMarche had it behind the cage. Wanted to bring it out to Williams, and Williams had to retreat to center ice, being shadowed at center by Aaron Guyette. Minute 25 left in the Milton power play. Milton gets it into the Mountie zone where Chadwick has it and starts it behind his own goaltender. Try to clear it out, and it deflected it on Hogan. Actually had to make a save there, or at least on the side of the cage. Back for now Williams as it comes out to center. And the Mounties get it into the Milton zone. We have Guyette was really sandwiched, and we have a penalty coming up here against Milton for high sticking. And going off will be Chad Williams. So they'll be skating 4-on-4 for a minute 4, and when Trevor Shaft is back, the Mounties will be going on a short power play opportunity for 56 seconds. They either called high sticking or elbowing. I didn't catch all of this.
I think it was a high stick.
High stick. 10:54 left in the second period. MSJ 9, Milton nothing. Play back in. Merchant in there with Chadwick Barrett and Trey Shaft. Chadwick with it in deep to the end board, far corner now. Sends it out to the point now for Merchant, and he flips it off the glass in behind at Reen. And back forward is Bushy. Justin Bushy now for Milton. Starts it up left wing side to LaMarche. LaMarche wanted to go to Mansfield, deflected. Mansfield chops it into the Mountie zone from the red line. 40 seconds left on that Shaft penalty. A minute 33 left on the Milton penalty to Williams as Bushy finds it at the red line and fires back into the Mountie zone. Back for Trey Shaft. It is LaMarche in forechecking, but he lost the puck as the Mounties started out with McGregor Chadwick up to center. They're skating 4-on-4. Chadwick over the Milton line, right wing side. Chadwick deep on Bushy. Chadwick to the near corner. Bumped by Bushy, still controlling. Gets it to Merchant along the near boards. Out to the left point to Barrett. Lines it up. And the save. A beauty by Reen. And off the rebound, it goes to LaMarche. LaMarche behind his own cage. In 4 seconds, Shaft will be back. Trevor Shaft and the Mounties will be on the power play for 56 seconds. Trey Shaft with it at center. Trevor is back. The Mounties on the power play as Trevor will come off the ice. Mounties have it in the Milton zone. Nate Barrett along the far boards. Whistles it in. Stopped by Bushy at the circle. And Bushy clears it the length of the ice. 40 seconds left on the MSJ power play. As Hogan sends it out left wing side for McGregor Chadwick. 9-0 MSJ. To center Brisbane now to Aaron Guyette over the line. Flips it in wide of Reen. And off the end board it is played by Shed. Sends it along the far boards. Mansfield over there. But lost it to Brisbane. Brisbane in deep far corner. Mounties on the power play. Out to the left point to Cosgrove, to Colin Brannon. Flips it in, deflected. It goes wide of Reen to the end board. Shed tries to swat it away. Can't do it. Cosgrove keeps it in. Sends it back in behind Reen for Aaron Guyette. Aaron sends it to the far corner for Jeff Brisbane. Brisbane now to the left wing circle. Brisbane now to Guyette. Lines it up. Save off the right skate of Reen. Penalty over. Both teams at full strength. Brisbane with it now. Brisbane bumped. Williams tried to skate it out of there. Can't. Has Veschuk with it behind the cage. He's hit by Shed. Now Johnny Olson comes over, and he clears it out for Mansfield, but he lost it to Guyette. And now skating it out to center is Williams for Milton over the Mountie line at Cosgrove. Williams cuts it in on Hogan. Lost the puck at the slot, and it comes to the top of the left wing circle, still in the Mountie zone. As a Mansfield and LaMarche are over there. LaMarche lost it. It was a Mansfield over there. It was just LaMarche. Lost it to Brisbane. Brisbane swings around and starts it up the middle. Brisbane up to center, up over the red line. Brisbane over the Milton line, and Brisbane dumps it to the near corner, to the end board. And the backboard is Justin Bushy for Milton. Bushy starts it up right wing side. Bushy still controlling up over the red line. Nice job by Bushy. Dumps it in behind Hogan. And back forward is Chris Cosgrove. LaRocque in forechecking. Cosgrove changes direction. And he'll start it up right wing side. Gets it up to Trey Shaft. Trey Shaft stick handling his own zone for the Mounties. Up to center, up over the red line. Trey Shaft knocks the puck into the Milton zone. Off Merchant, goes to Will Gage, right wing circle. In the near corner as he backs it up. He gets bumped there. Puck comes loose. Shed looking for it. Stolen away by Merchant. Right in front. Skates it to the left wing circle. Merchant skates it back out front as he sends it out to McGregor Chadwick. By Gage, behind the cage to the near corner. It goes to Trey Shaft. Back to Gage, to Trey Shaft. Back to Gage. Playing just pitch and catch. Will Gage sends it to the far corner, still controlling now. Will Gage being shadow, drops it for Merchant. Mounties putting on the pressure in the Milton zone. Mounties just kind of toying a little bit. Matt Rosenthal with it at the right point. Sends it to Trey Shaft, top of the right wing circle. Out to the left point, now off the far boards, played by McGregor Chadwick. Got a penalty coming up here against Milton as the Mounties just continue to control here. Will Gage in behind the cage. Sends it for Shaft, finally touched up by Williams, and here comes the penalty. That might have been.
Did that resemble the four corners?
That might have been coming for a long time. I just saw the signal by Neil Driver a moment ago. Here comes the penalty, and it's Chad Williams again. He was the man that was off not too long ago. Just came back a few minutes ago for Milton. The Mounties go on to their first full power play opportunity of the hockey game, I believe. They had the 56-second power play opportunity before. 6:47 left, second period. It's MSJ 9, Milton nothing. Williams going out for high sticking, by the way. Here's Justin Mansfield in, take the draw with Brisbane. The Mounties on the power play, goes out to Chadwick, to Brisbane along the line. Sends it off the near boards for Merchant. Merchant sends it to the end board. The far corner now to Trey Schaff, shadowed by Shed. Mounties on the power play here. Trey Schaff along the far boards. Out to Will Gage, he wanted to go. Gage controls it at the blue line, dumps it past Merchant to the end board, and Trey Schaff with it. Back to Merchant at the end board. Merchant near the near corner now. Sends it along the near boards for Gage, top of the right wing circle. Out to McGregor Chadwick at the line. 1:28 left on the Mountie power play. Out to the right point to Gage now. Back and forth they go. Now to Merchant near corner. Back out to Gage toward the top of the right wing circle. Sends it back out front now to Chadwick near the line. Now to Brisbane along the far boards to Trey Schaff. He's just controlling the puck as Olsen comes over. Also Mansfield is over there trying to dig it out. Johnny Olsen tries to clear it, but kept in by Will Gage at the line. Sends it to the end board. Trey Schaff and Olsen on a battle. Trey Schaff with it. Far corner now. Sends it out to the left point. It was deflected. Went right to McGregor Chadwick. Sends it to the right wing circle now to Merchant. Back up to Gage now at the right point. Back to Merchant near corner. And Merchant to the right wing circle. Back to Gage. Skates in on Reen. And it poked away by Mansfield. Comes back out to Chadwick at the left point. Along the far boards, went to Brisbane, back to Chadwick, back to Brisbane. 35 seconds left in the power play. Now Trey Schaff to the end board to Gage, coming down the slot off his skate. Plays it at the near boards, near corner now. Still in the Milton zone. The Mounties putting on the pressure. Got it to Trey Schaff, back to Will Gage. 5:10 left, second period. The Mounties lead at 9-0. Chadwick at the right point. Out of Brisbane, left wing circle. Brisbane sent it to Trey Schaff. Wanted to send it back in front, knocked away by Shed. Trey Schaff gets it back again, stick handling. 10 seconds left in the power play. Will Gage, right wing circle. Flips it in. It's stopped in front, and it's Merchant who tried to steer it back in, and Reen makes the save and hangs on. Nice job by Ricky Reen. 5 seconds left on the penalty to Williams. That's how much time left on the Mountie power play. 4:52 left in the second period. The Mounties have a 9-0 lead.
Well, if nothing else, MSJ got to work on their passing that power play. They certainly did a good job of working the puck. Trying to get that one man free, but it didn't happen.
Naz Veschuk in with Trevor Schaft, who's got his first varsity goal tonight. Aaron Guyette, Chris Cosgrove, and Nate Barrett. Off the draw, Johnny Olsen swings it around for LaMarche. LaMarche fell down and get back up again. LaMarche sends it ahead now. Penalty over, both teams at full strength now. It went right by Nate Barrett. It goes back into the Mountie zone toward Hogan as Barrett takes down Williams, who's back on the ice. He wanted to go up to LaRock. The Mounties get it out to center. Now with it is Peter Nazveschuk over the Milton line. Nazveschuk skates it right to left, left wing circle. The guy at his quick shot, saved by Reen, and he hangs on. And Nazveschuk and Guyette, part of that mini line along with Trevor Schaft almost connecting there, but Reen made a nice save as Reen went back into the net. Stoppage in play, 4:22 left, second period. The Mounties with a 9-0 lead. We'll have the draw to the right of Ricky Reen, the Milton goaltender. It'll be Mansfield with Nazveschuk on the draw. Bouncing puck in the circle. Mansfield sent it behind his own cage. It comes along the near boards. Trevor Schaff, bumped by Olsen. Goes to Nazveschuk. And he lost it as it came out to LaRock. LaRock clears to center, back for Chris Cosgrove. He loses to LaRock, ridden off the puck by Cosgrove at center. Back forward now is LaMarche. LaMarche sent it to the Mountie line. Nate Barrett with it. Now he gets it to Cosgrove to center up over the red line. Chris dumps the puck into the Milton zone. In behind Reen. Over forward is Bushy. Bushy sends it along the near boards for LaRock. His pass too far for Mansfield at center. And Cosgrove sends it back into the zone. Bushy with it. Bushy sends it off the near boards all the way back down into the Mountie zone. And Nate Barrett with it. Barrett stick handling. LaMarche steals. Quick shot. Save! Hogan from point blank range. Nate LaMarche almost had the goal there for Milton. Back in his own zone for Milton now is Williams. Sends it back out to LaMarche. Kicks it into the Mountie zone. Back forward Barrett. In forechecking is Williams. Barrett is hit by LaMarche. Nazveschuk with it now. Nazveschuk starts it out right wing side. His pass for Trevor Schaft. He got it out to center. And we have a penalty coming up for elbowing with 3:10 left in the second period. Great save by Hogan. I'll tell you, you have a tendency maybe to fall asleep when you haven't got too much action, but he was right there. LaMarche almost had the goal. This penalty for elbowing against Nate LaMarche, and the Mounties will go on the power play with 3:10 remaining in the second period. Tonight's game being taped for telecast at a later time on Channel 15, as well as the Mill River Montpelier game tonight. Jim Keel is the cameraman as the draw just comes outside the MSJ zone, and Matt Rosenthal with it. The Mounties are on the power play. Will Gage with it at center. Gage has a couple of goals tonight over the Milton line. Gage on Shed, changes direction. Gage out to the left point to Colin Brannon. Wanted to go back to Gage, intercepted by Williams. He knocks it back down into the Mountie zone, and Hogan comes way out of the cage and will swat it up to his own line for Will Gage. 2:45 left second period. Trey Schaft with it now. Schaft to the line, and it knocked down, but it goes to right to Merchant to the right wing circle, out to Rosenthal at the point. Fires in and stopped at the circle and deflected back out to center, back down to the Mountie zone, and back forward Colin Brannon for MSJ. Minute 20 left in the Mountie power play. 2:27 left in the second period. The Mounties have a 9-0 lead. With it over the line now, Dan Merchant. Merchant to the left wing circle, Milton zone. Olsen comes over, but Merchant got it to Schaft, and Merchant got it back again. Merchant along the far boards. Merchant out to the right point to Matt Rosenthal. Lines it up, and it goes wide of Reen. A screamer goes to Merchant, back to Rosenthal. Rosenthal sent it to the slot, intercepted by Williams. Chopped at by Merchant, but Williams clears back down to the Mountie zone. 48 seconds left in the Mountie power play. A minute 55 left here in the second period. MSJ with a 9-0 lead as they'll start it over again here. And the pass comes too far for Will Gage. Length of the ice, it'll be icing against MSJ, and that pass coming off the stick of Colin Brannon. 37 seconds left in the Mountie power play. Minute 47 left in the second period. The draw to the left of Mike Hogan in the Mountie zone. Pete Nazveschuk, Aaron Guyette, Trevor Schaft, Nate Barrett, and Chris Cosgrove in there right now for MSJ. LaMarche, Williams, Olsen, and Bushy in there right now for Milton, the four skaters. Or not LaMarche, I'm sorry, LaMarche is the one that's in the penalty box. I should say Mansfield is the other skater along with Williams. Mansfield, Williams, Olsen, and Bushy. 30 seconds left on the LaMarche penalty. It's in behind Hogan. Barrett swats it around up along the far boards for Aaron Guyette. Aaron Guyette spins around, sends it out to center, deflected at the line by Mansfield. But it goes right to Barrett at center. Mansfield knocks it down. Mansfield gets it to Williams. Bumped by Barrett at the line. Cosgrove clears it out. Barrett had it for a moment, actually cleared it out. Now it goes back down into the Milton zone. 5 seconds left on the MSJ power play. Back forward, Bushy in his own zone. Starts it out right wing side. Clears it out to center. Barrett has it. And now LaMarche is back. Both teams at full strength, coming down on a minute left in the second period. At center, Nazveschuk sends it into the Milton zone. Back forward, Bushy now for the Milton Yellow Jackets. Bushy swats it around, but Trevor Schaft in forechecking. Has it in behind Reen. Trying to come out to the top of the slot, but stolen away by Williams. Williams will retreat toward his own goaltender, then to the far corner now. Still in his own zone, lost it to Cosgrove. He chops it in behind Reen for Trevor Schaft, plays it off the end board. Hit the backside of the cage. Over is Nazveschuk near corner. 33 seconds left in the period. Barrett to Nazveschuk. By him, chopped away. Comes along the near boards and knocked all the way out to center now by LaMarche. LaMarche over the line to the right wing circle. LaMarche. Nate LaMarche. Far corner now. Nate LaMarche in behind Hogan. 15 seconds left in the period. Now Mansfield with it. Backhander save. Right pad of Hogan. Cosgrove with it. So LaMarche and Mansfield trying to make things happen. Comes along the near boards. 5 seconds left in the period. Mounties get it out to center. Guyette. Guyette to the blue line. Fires in on Reen as time expires. Ending the second period as Reen makes the easy save. So we played 2 periods in game 1 of our doubleheader here tonight at the Royce Mandigo Arena. After 2, our score, MSJ 9, Milton nothing. We'll be back to talk about it after this timeout. Sends it now to Cosgrove, up to Chadwick, up to center. Gregor Chadwick cross-ice to Gage. One times it into the Milton zone. Played off the end board by Reen. And he will leave it for Justin Bushy. Bushy right wing pass now for LaRock. LaRock got it up to center. The backboard, Colin Brandon, his own line for the Mounties. Sent it up to the red line. LaRock sent it back, and then Brandon sends it back into the Milton zone where Johnny Olson gets it to Bushy, and Bushy sent it up to center. Merchant finds it and fires back into the Milton zone to the end board in behind Reen. Backboard Bushy. Bushy shadowed by Trey Shaft. Bushy changes direction. Bushy along the far boards, his own zone. Sends it up now onto the stick of Chris Bean. Bean got it up to center, then get hit and went down. The Mounties bring it the other way. Merchant back over the Milton line. Merchant top of the left wing circle to Nazveschuk. Left wing circle, a shot deflected by Bushy. Comes along the near boards. Merchant to Nazveschuk. Nazveschuk on Olson to the end board. Got it to Trey Shaft. Sticked away by the goaltender. Merchant falls down in front. Cleared away. Brandon at the point. Fires in, deflected, stopped at the slot, and cleared out to center by LaRock. And backboard Nate Barrett, his own zone for MSJ. 12:25 left in the game. The Mounties lead it 9-0. Trey Shaft over the line. Shaft to the right wing circle. Whistles it in. And the save by Reen. In his right pad, and he hangs on. Reen has played pretty well since he came back in for the second time in this game.
That was a nice save. I don't think he knew where the puck was.
No, I don't know where it went. He was looking behind him. And stuck in the top of the pad, I think.
I'm sure he'll take it.
Nazveschuk in with Trevor Shaft, Aaron Guyette, Chris Cosgrove, and Matt Rosenthal. Mansfield on the draw for Milton. Mansfield got it up to Williams. Williams skates around, sends it up too far for LaMarche at center, by him all the way into the Mountie zone. And backboard is Chris Cosgrove behind his own cage for the Mounties. Cosgrove along the far boards up to Trevor Shaft, who has his first varsity goal, and Trevor steers it the length of the ice. It'll be icing against MSJ, and we'll have the draw to the right of Mike Hogan in the Mountie zone. 11:58 left in the hockey game. It's MSJ 9 and Milton nothing. Oh, let's see. Williams in, LaMarche, Mansfield, Shed, and Bushy for the Milton Yellow Jackets. Nazveschuk will take the draw. As played back in, took the draw with Mansfield. It's in the Mountie zone. Williams with it along the far boards. Nazveschuk shadows him. Got it to Mansfield, far corner. Mansfield at the end board. Mansfield in behind Hogan. Bumped by Nazveschuk. Near corner. Nazveschuk tried to clear it out. Williams keeps it in along the line. Williams top of the slot. Wrist shot. Save Hogan. And he hangs on with Mansfield waiting at the doorstep. LaMarche was at the doorstep as well. And we're virtually back-to-back. Stoppage in play. 11:33 left in the game. MSJ 9 and Milton nothing. LaMarche, Mansfield, Williams, Shed, and Bushy. For Milton, Brisbane takes the draw, but it goes right to Williams, and then it goes right to Will Gage. Gage up to center, up over the red line, over the Milton line. Drops it for McGregor Chadwick to the left wing circle. Wrist shot goes just wide, short side. All the way around the boards. Brisbane out to Matt Rosenthal, and he had it knocked down and stolen away by Mansfield over the Mountie line. Mansfield in on Hogan, and he fans on it, taken down by Cosgrove as he goes into the cage, into Mike Hogan. Cage came off the mooring, and we'll have a penalty on Chris Cosgrove.
Mansfield scored, but the puck didn't. $11-12 left in the hockey game. 9-0 Mounties. I didn't hear what. Is it a penalty shot? Yeah, I think it's going to be a penalty shot here. Yep, Mansfield was going in alone. He was dragged down by Cosgrove. It is a penalty shot. One of the great plays in sports, a penalty shot. Milton will take the penalty shot. Somebody for the Yellow Jackets will go in alone on Mountie goaltender Mike Hogan. Yeah, I think you have a... Yeah, there's no... I think you have a choice of serving the penalty or taking the penalty shot, and they have elected to take the penalty shot. I think that's what the call is. And it will be Justin Mansfield taking the penalty shot. He picks the puck up at center ice. He's over the Mountie line. Mansfield on Hogan, and he scores! Justin Mansfield scoring on the penalty shot. He beat Mike Hogan. It's 9-1 MSJ. That coming with 11-11 left in the hockey game. One of the prettiest plays in hockey.
A little change of pace from what we've had so far.
So the Mounties lead it 9-1 as play back in. The Mounties have it at center. It's McGregor Chadwick. Backhanded pass. Gage sent it into the zone, and now Brisbane with it. Brisbane skates it to the circle, and then we'll start it over again along the near boards. Now to Cosgrove. The right point to Matt Rosenthal. Rosenthal is hit by Williams. They both go down, and somebody landed on the puck, and we got a stoppage in play. Of the draw, just inside or just outside the Milton zone. Jeff Brisbane with Will Gage, McGregor Chadwick, Chris Cosgrove, and Matt Rosenthal for the Mounties. Play back in, it's a center. Rosenthal at the red line, gets it to Cosgrove. Had it poked away by LaMarche. LaMarche now has Mansfield with him. Mansfield can't get a shot away right in front of Hogan. Brisbane with it, ridden off the puck, and now Chadwick with it. Chadwick sends it off the near boards up for Chadwick has it at center ice. He got it from Cosgrove, I should say. But bringing it back the other way is Williams. Williams into the Mountie zone to the end board in behind Hogan. And he tried to come out to the left point to Bushy, intercepted by Gage. Now Chadwick with it at center. Chadwick over the Milton line. Chadwick right to left. Chadwick to the left wing circle. Skates it back out toward the line. Had it knocked down. Coming over for it now is Brian Shedd. And Shedd skates it out to center for Milton. Sends it off the near boards up for LaMarche. LaMarche loses to Chadwick, his own zone for MSJ. Chadwick up to center now. Chadwick for Brisbane. Brisbane over the Milton line, left wing side. Brisbane falls down as he's bumped. Got back up again at the end board, bumped again. Olsen comes over, and the puck is knocked to the far corner where Williams has it. Williams in his own zone, lost it to Brisbane. Brisbane in behind Reen, the goaltender. Gets it for Will Gage. Gage along the near boards. Gage looking to the left wing circle out to Brandon now. Sent it back toward the cage, and it was intercepted by Olsen, but he couldn't clear. Barrett keeps it in right point. Shot deflected to the end board, and now Johnny Olsen with it. Johnny Olsen skates it up now for Milton. Left wing pass, gets it to Bushy. Bushy over the Mountie line. Bushy avoids it, Chapman, then lost it to Nazveschuk as the Mounties clear it out to center. Back forward, Johnny Olsen back in his own zone for Milton, shadowed by Merchant. Get it up to Bushy, too far for him. Trey Schaff with it now. His own side of the red line for MSJ, and he flips it way up into the air and got it into the Milton zone where Williams has it. Williams to Olsen. Olsen steers it up to center, and back forward Nate Barrett for MSJ. 9 minutes left in the game. It's 9-1 MSJ. Comes back to center, and it trickles into the Milton zone. Olsen over forward, taps it back out to center. Now with a Trey Schaff. Trey Schaff to the blue line. He whistles it in. It goes wide of the goaltender. Nazveschuk couldn't get a stick on it. Came off the end board. Cleared back down to the Mountie zone by the Yellow Jackets, and back forward is Colin Brandon. Brandon will wind it up left wing side over to Nazveschuk. Nazveschuk sends it up now to center with it as Trey Schaff over the red line to the blue line. Wrist shot, saved by Reen, and he hangs on. We'll have a stoppage in play here. 8:29 left in the hockey game. The Mounties lead it 9-1. Trevor Schaff, Matt Rosenthal, Aaron Guyette, Pete Nazveschuk, and Chris Cosgrove in there right now for MSJ. Let's see, Bushy and Mansfield in there. Also in there is Andy Hall, seeing some ice time for Milton. Matt Mullen is in there, and also Harley LaRock. Draw to the right of Reen. It goes to Aaron Guyette, top of the left wing circle. Shot deflected to the end board. Shedd over for it. Shedd sends it along the near boards for LaRock. LaRock trying to clear. Shadowed by Nazveschuk and Guyette. It comes out to Cosgrove at the point. Flips it to the far corner. Over for it is Bushy, his own zone. Bushy sends it back for Shedd behind his own cage. Shedd sends it up intended for LaRock. Kept in by Guyette. And then they wanted to come out to the point. It's deflected. Goes all the way back down into the Mountie zone as Hogan leaves it for Trey Schaff. 8 minutes left in the game. Up to Nazveschuk, went behind him, chopped away by LaRock. Back into the Mountie zone, and Cosgrove with it. Cosgrove had it deflected. It comes up to center. Over forward is Andy Hall, and Hall steers it into the Mountie zone. Back forward, Trey Schaff for MSJ. Schaff up to center for Aaron Guyette. Over the red line. Aaron bumped at the blue line. LaRock steals, sends it out to center. But Cosgrove finds it, dumps it back into the Yellow Jacket zone.
And finding it is Andy Hall, and he gets it back out to center. Mounties get it back in. Trevor Shaft, and now with it is LaRock at the pass from Shed. LaRock at center, lost it to Aaron Guyette. Guyette bumped at the line by Shed. Now with it is Bushy. Bushy inside his own zone, lost it to Aaron Guyette, and it goes trickling in on Reen, and he knocks it to the near boards. And the Yellow Jackets clear out to center. Cosgrove with it. Cosgrove sends it back to his own zone for Trey Shaft. Trey Shaft at center ice for MSJ. Rags the puck a little bit back into his own zone. Seeing action is Craig Gauthier for Milton as the Mounties get it into the Yellow Jacket zone. In behind Reen with it. McGregor Chadwick swings it to the right wing circle. McGregor Chadwick swings it to the far board. Still stick handling. Bumped by Bushy. As the puck came loose, Mansfield manages to clear it out as Barrett couldn't keep it in at the point. Barrett stick handling, hit by Mansfield. Mansfield dumps the puck to the Mountie zone, and back forward is Brisbane. Brisbane now passed it by Brandon, but back forward McGregor Chadwick, his own zone, clears it out to center. LaMarche couldn't get a stick on it, lost it to Brisbane, but LaMarche with it now. LaMarche, Nate LaMarche for Milton, loses it to Will Gage. Gage gets it to Brisbane over the Milton line. Brisbane deep on Olsen, got it to the circle, stops, wanted to go to Chadwick, deflected, now Gage with it, backhander save, and the rebound is knocked out to Barrett at the right point. He whistles it in, it went wide as actually it came off the rebound. Milton couldn't clear. Now Brandon from the left point, stopped at the circle by Olsen and cleared out to center by LaMarche. Brandon finds it again, fires back into the Milton zone. 5:53 left in the game. It's 9-1 MSJ as Bushy knocks the puck way up into the air, and it will spin on edge all the way to the near corner Mountie zone, and this will be icing against Milton. 5:45 left in the game. The Mounties with that 9-1 lead. We'll have a break between games. We'll have Mill River and Montpelier to follow.
Actually, Milton is holding their own, Jack, ever since that first period where they got down 7-0, because the Mounties scored 2 goals in that second period, and Milton scored the one on the penalty shot here. So actually the second period and halfway through, or a little over halfway through this third period, it's been like a 2-1 game.
What they call there? Oh, inadvertent whistle. So they have the face-off at center ice. All right. It's in play at center ice as Nazveschuk goes down. Cosgrove at the red line had it knocked down. Cosgrove got it back again, gets it into the Milton zone. Yellow Jackets clear back out to center, and with it is LaRock. LaRock bumped by Nazveschuk, but he got it to Mansfield over the line. Mansfield lost it to Rosenthal. Mansfield got it back again. Centers it for LaMarche at the slot, looking for it, trying to get a stick on it, and it comes out to Williams at the line. Whistles it in, it goes wide. Mansfield off the board. His shot goes in wide. Around the boards it comes. Out to the right point to Williams. Williams stick handling. Along the near boards. Williams dumped it in front, went by everybody to the far boards. Rosenthal couldn't quite skate it down. With it is Mansfield. Left wing circle. The shot goes in wide. Around the boards it comes to Nazveschuk, and he clears out to center. And with it now is Merchant. Merchant over the line. Merchant to the right wing circle. Merchant in deep on Olsen to the end board in behind Reen. Merchant now whistles around to the right wing circle, ridden off the puck, and we got a whistle here. Mountie player shaking up a bit, Trey Shaft, and he's okay as he comes skating off under his own power.
I think we got a penalty coming up here,
And
Jack.
we do have a penalty on Williams, Chad Williams, going off for interference for Milton. But I don't... Well, I was going to say, obviously, the whistle was because of the penalty, but I was going to say, I thought originally they called it because Trevor Shaft went, not Trevor, but Trey Shaft was shaken up a bit, but he's okay. But now the Mounties go on the power play with 4:41 left in the game, and the Mounties have a 9-1 lead. As Veschuk and Mansfield on the draw to the right of Reen. Went to Guyette, sent it in behind the cage, over for Trevor Shaft, sent it to the end board, over for to Shed. He manages to clear it the length of the ice and went by McGregor Chadwick. Minute 45 left on the power play as Jeff Brisbane with it. Brisbane, Chadwick, Nazveschuk, Guyette in on the power play with Trevor Shaft for MSJ. Chadwick out to center. Over the red line, McGregor Chadwick over the Milton line. Chadwick to the left wing circle, had it poked away by Shed. Shed looking, and he manages to clear the length of the ice. Minute 25 left of the MSJ power play. Coming down on 4 minutes left in the game. The Mounties lead at 9-1. Jeff Brisbane sends it out left wing side from McGregor Chadwick. Pass intercepted in the zone by LaMarche. Quick shot save. Hogan, a beauty. LaMarche a bit shorthanded. LaMarche has it back again.
Nate LaMarche, and he has to retreat all the way back into his own zone as he rags the puck. He had a bid before. Hogan's come up with a couple of big saves here tonight, some tough ones. He's had an easy time of it, but he's come up with some tough ones. McGregor Chadwick, his own zone, out to Brisbane now at center ice. Brisbane over the red line, over the Milton line. Brisbane in deep on Shed, near corner. Mounties on the power play. Brisbane out to the left point to McGregor Chadwick. Holds it back to Brisbane along the near boards. When I come back out to the point, nobody there, and it comes out to center. 3:17 left in the game, 35 seconds left on the Mountie power play. Chadwick in his own zone for MSJ as he starts it over again. Gets it to Brisbane. Back to McGregor Chadwick off his skate. Ricochets out to center. Chadwick with it again over the red line, over the Milton line. Chadwick to the left wing circle near corner. Chadwick looking, sends it way up into the air, knocked down by Brisbane at the slot. Brisbane can't get a shot away. Ridden off the puck, cleared out by Shed out to center. Chadwick back for it and retreats to his own zone. 2:50 left in the game, 8 seconds left on the Mountie power play. Chadwick sends it up to Trey Schaff, to Will Gage. He directs it into the Milton zone, knocked back out to center by Bushy. McGregor Chadwick now back in his own zone. Penalty over, both teams at full strength. And here with it now is LaMarche, shoots it in. Hogan again the save from point blank range as LaMarche again with another bid. The Mounties the other way. Merchant now up over the red line. Merchant splits the defense, gets it over the Milton line, and he got it in on Rain, but Rain made the easy save, and the Yellow Jackets get it out to center. Rosenthal, his own line, sends it all the way to the Milton line where Olsen has it. Sends it out to LaMarche. His pass deflected and played by Will Gage. Retreats to his own side of the red line. Coming down on 2 minutes left in the game. Gage gets it to Trey Schaff. The Merchant shot. Saved by Rain, and he smothers the puck off the rebound. Minute 58 left in the game, 9-1 MSJ.
Mike Hogan made a couple of beautiful
Yes.
saves last couple of times from literally point blank range. I'll tell you, I imagine it's pretty easy to get lost in a 9-1 game here, but Mike's really playing hard.
I mean, you can go to sleep, literally, and he's come up with some tough saves tonight. Mansfield scoring the only goal for Milton on the penalty shot here in the third period. Justin Mansfield play back in. It's at the side of the cage, and Trey Schaff hands on it at the slot as it came out front. Olsen with it for Milton on a battle with Merchant. Merchant wins the battle, gets it to Gage, far corner. The end board now, in behind Reen. Gage to the left wing circle, out to the left point to Cosgrove. Back, he wanted to go to Gage. It was deflected. Now they're battling for Chris Bean there, and he clears it out to center. It goes along the line and back for Trey Schaff. Minute 25 left in the game. Trey Schaff, his own line for MSJ. Avoids Bean. Sends it off the near boards to himself. Gets it up to Merchant. Intercepted by LaRock. LaRock over the Mountie line. LaRock now backhands it. Knocked down to the circle by Trey Schaff. Schaff starts it behind his own cage now. A minute 10 left in the game. MSJ with a 9-1 lead. Schaff up to center. Schaff sends it ahead now to Will Gage over the Milton line. Skates it right to left. Plays it along the near boards. Will Gage looking. He's got a pair of goals tonight. Out to Cosgrove at the left point. Sends it in. Was deflected at the circle and knocked out to center now by Hall. Backboard Cosgrove. 50 seconds left in the game. The Mounties lead at 9-1. Bean finds it, and Bean steers it into the Mountie zone. Played off the end board by Hogan as he leaves it for Nate Barrett. 40 seconds left in the game. Nate Barrett up to Nazveschuk behind him. He had it knocked down, gets it back again, retreats back to Barrett in the Mountie zone. Barrett lost the puck, Mansfield with it. 30 seconds left. Mansfield, who's got the only goal for Milton off that penalty shot to the near corner, hit by Barrett. Nazveschuk comes over. Now Barrett and Mansfield on a battle at the end board. 18 seconds left. And Bushy digs it out. Has LaMarche in front, looking for the puck, can't find it. Cleared out by Nazveschuk. Nazveschuk up to center, up over the red line. 8 seconds left in the game. Nazveschuk in the Milton zone. He's hit as he goes down. Guyette out to Brandon, whistles it in, deflected, and they score! At the buzzer, Trevor Schaff, I believe. That's the hockey game. Or is it going to be Brandon? Brandon had the original shot, 10-1 MSJ. They scored right at the buzzer. Now the green light went on, not the red light. It might have been Colin Brandon. And Guyette and Nazveschuk on the assist. Colin Brandon did get the goal. I thought it was deflected by Trevor Schaff in front, but not the case. Colin Brandon with the goal, his first varsity goal And MSJ wins it 10-1. That came at the buzzer. And with the win, the Mounties now are 4-0 on the year. Milton falls to 1-3.